Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Spill the D. My name's Gina. I'm one of your co-hosts, joined here with my super handsome co-host, Ric. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Currently recording from an undisclosed location. It's our basement. We are still figuring out the whole video thing, so bear with us if there's any issues.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, it probably looks totally fine. But we had computer issues, so instead of both of us having this fun purple background, Ric got sent to the basement where he had a white brick wall as the background, and he looked like one of those like blink once if you're in danger kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I guess just I'm in danger kind of thing. So now he has like my Tangled tapestry behind him, and he's super cute.
Yeah, we got something, and it looks a lot better than the block did before.
It looks a lot better, but I'm just waiting for it to fall because we just quickly taped it up. So I'm
Yeah,
just
we'll
waiting
see.
for it to come crashing down and there just to be white bricks behind you.
Show must go on. I'll just keep going.
It's all right. You do what you gotta do.
But I'm
So
doing all right. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I'm excited to talk about our Epcot foods. This was not the episode we prepared. We are still stalling on one of the history episodes because for some reason my brain cannot wrap itself around the history of this ride. Like, I'm not confident teaching the world, teaching the Swillity listeners the history of this ride because I cannot comprehend like each piece of it.
It's very interesting because I feel like usually you're very enthusiastic about the idea of doing those
Mhm.
episodes, and you've been pushing this one off for a few weeks now, it feels like.
That shows you how much it's throwing me off. It's really like, and just like two things that like aren't clicking in my brain. It's almost like I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to like do a math problem and it's just not clicking. So like I'm obviously not going to teach somebody else the math problem.
Yeah.
That is literally what is happening with the history of this ride. So instead, we are finally doing our Epcot snack draft. Welcome to the official Epcot snack draft of Spill the D.
Whoop
For anyone
whoop.
who, for anyone who doesn't know, we're gonna get into it after we do some news, but just to give you an idea, this is not including festivals. So this is strictly like snacks that are at Epcot year round. So I'm excited to talk about this. These were hard to think of.
Yeah, when you think of snacks at Epcot, a vast majority of them are from festivals. Um,
Yeah.
I think I managed to pick all non-festivals, but the one I'm a little unsure about. So we'll see. Um, because I honestly don't remember. I haven't gotten it not at a festival, so I'm not sure if it's there when festivals aren't going on.
Interesting. I'll let you know. I'll tell you. I'll tell you you can't have that. Maybe I'll have already picked it before you.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm excited to hear it then. But before we do that, we only have two pieces of Disney news, but I think that they are both very much worth sharing. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people excited about this one. The Haunted Mansion in Disneyland is getting a makeover. They're going to be changing, I believe it's the queue, right? The queue's getting changed, and there's a new shop, right?
Yeah, they're kind of like expanding the area of it, so it's not just the mansion. It's going to kind of expand into the park around it. So the queue is going to be longer. The shop is going to be like a little bit more outside of it. It's going to be a full like haunted mansion area rather than just here's the ride.
Kind of like how it is in Disney World, where the building itself almost looks off in the distance, and you have the queue that you go through, and then you have um, I can't remember what the store is
One
called
of
right
my
now.
favorite stores. Come on, you got this.
Um, I can't remember it.
Memento Mori.
Memento Mori. So it's gonna be kind of like that, is what I'm understanding.
Based off the concept art, that's kind of what I'm seeing. How it's kind of more of an area and just not just a
Hmm.
ride thrown in there. So we'll see. We'll see what it comes out to look like. The store is going to be Madame Leota themed.
It's exciting.
That's
Is it gonna
like,
be Jamie Lee Curtis, Madame Leota, or the original Madame Leota?
I would not mind that. I thought she played it pretty well.
I thought she did
I,
pretty good.
I've seen her in better roles, but she was good in that role.
Speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, we haven't talked about it since we saw it. What are your thoughts on the Haunted Mansion?
My thoughts on the Haunted Mansion. Whew, okay. It was scary. I thought it was very scary as somebody who is petrified of ghosts. It was scary. for somebody who likes horror movies, they're not going to find this movie scary. They're going to find it more gimmicky. There's some moments that they might be like, ooh, a little jump scare, but like they're not going to be scared in the theater. Somebody who doesn't like horror movies, yeah, you're going to be scared. It has its scary moments. Kids probably going to be scared unless they don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, it does have its moments. I personally didn't find it scary, but I'm also not afraid of ghosts, so that adds a huge layer of information there. But I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was better than the first one, to be completely honest. The first one, and I think it helps that we have the ride now. Um, at least, well, we had the ride before, I guess, but I don't know. This one just felt more like the ride, if that makes
They
sense.
definitely used more of the ride. I think that the first one used the ride as the base and had like a few things
Uh
going
huh.
for it. They really went with the Master Gracie aspect of it and that, but this new one, I don't want to call it the second one. This new one used more pieces of the ride because the ride has so many different stories throughout it. There is not one grand scheme of this ride. There are
Yeah.
multiple stories depending on what room that you're in, and they in the second movie put more of those stories into it and included some of the like gimmicky moments, like the I keep using the word gimmick. I know what I mean. Hopefully, the listeners do. Like the candlestick in the hallway. Like they
Yeah.
included that, which
The things that you picture from the ride. I think,
yeah,
and I think you made a good point about how in the first one they went with Master Gracie more so. I really, really liked the adjustment to the story in this one and how they brought in the Hatbox Ghost, and the story's mostly based around him. And that's all I'm going to give away for anyone who hasn't seen yet. But I really liked the base around him rather than Master Gracie.
you know what's funny? I thought he was the least scary ghost because he was
Fair?
the least realistic looking, which they might
Okay.
have done on purpose. They might have done it to make it more family friendly, but
He
like
could
to
have been
me,
scary if they really wanted him to.
he could have been petrifying, and because
Yeah.
he wasn't real looking enough. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, so they, I think they probably did that on purpose. I think they wanted to make it still a little bit family friendly, and if he would have been
Yeah.
scarier, it wouldn't have been. But all in all, I did think it was a great movie. I don't need to watch it again for a long time just because I'm afraid of it, not because I didn't enjoy the storyline, because I really enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the characters,
Uh huh.
loved the ending. Like there was so much that I loved about it, but I was just scared. Like I really was.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching it come Halloween season for sure.
I didn't cry though. So that was a conversation we had on here. Is Gina going to cry? She did not.
True.
Okay, let's kind of turn this back to Disney news because I'm so excited to share this one. So, do you know what the Give Kids the World Village is?
I've heard of it, but I guess for those that don't know, please explain.
Okay, so Give Kids the World Village is an entire resort area that is for one of the main things that it's used for is it's housing for when Make-A-Wish kids come to Disney, come to Universal, come to the Orlando area. And they have pools there, they have theaters, they have a cafeteria, they have all of these things there that are completely free to these children coming in with life-threatening illnesses.
Uh huh.
And they are currently doing a fundraiser where it's $10 for a ticket and then your name goes in a drawing to get a night in the Cinderella Castle suite.
You did tell me about this.
Yes, because I said I was spending money to
Yeah,
do
we
it.
did. We did do it, right?
I haven't put it through yet. You have until October
Gotcha.
16th. You can buy
Gotcha.
as many as you want. It's $10 a ticket. There are no limits on how many tickets that you can get. I think the limit that it like has on the screen was $5,000 worth, but I'm sure you can buy 5,000 multiple times if you're really feeling it.
I'm sure they'll accept the donation for sure. I can't imagine
Absolutely.
them saying no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying be cheap, but just like from someone who loves raffles, it only takes one to win. If you only
Yeah.
have $10 to give, it only takes one ticket.
Yeah.
So Give Kids the World Village, an amazing, amazing foundation doing this charity with Disney to give someone a chance to be in the Cinderella Castle suite and to make these kids' wishes come true. So I just had to share this news because I love this.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. I'm a big fan. I've met many children who have stayed there, and all of them loved it. So definitely, if it is something that you were able to do, if you're interested and a chance at being a resident of the Cinderella Castle suite for the night, definitely go spend that money. Go get your name in the drawing.
And I feel like if you're listening to this podcast, you want to be a resident of the Cinderella Castle suite for a night.
That's what I'm saying. If anyone doesn't know what it is literally a hotel room in Cinderella Castle.
Like the one in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. It looks out to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to be there?
It's the room.
It is the room. It is
That's
every
the
Disney
dream.
adult's dream. That's the dream. You're too loose with your dreams.
That's the one and only dream.
Really, you only get one dream. That's it. That's the dream.
That's the one.
That's the one. So that is what we have for Disney news.
Yeah. If your dream isn't the Cinderella Castle suite, and maybe you want to just stay at like the Polynesian, which is Gina's dream, maybe the bungalows, we are obviously going to recommend 407 and Beyond Vacation Company to book your trip down to Florida. We will be there again. Big shock in 2 weeks. We'll be in Universal this time.
From the day this episode airs.
We're going to be at Universal this time. We're not going to be at Disney, but we're going to recommend that if you decide to go down, that you book with 407 and Beyond Vacation Company. We are the official podcast of 407 and Beyond Vacation Company. They are a Disney and Universal Orlando travel agency. They book and plan family vacations to destinations such as Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, Disney Cruise Line, and so many other places. It doesn't cost any extra to book with them, and their services are 100% free. Their vacation planners are going to help you plan your perfect family vacation, so all you have to do is show up and have an awesome time. If you want to book, go ahead to www.407vacations.com.
And if you want to meet some of those vacation planners, we had some come on for the tip of the week, which we are going to bring back. It's just been a crazy few weeks with the end of summer. Mm-hmm. Make sure you're following us on social media because we're going to be with all of them for those few days at Universal. It's a full 407 weekend. Make sure you're following 407 and Beyond. Make sure you're following the vacation planners. You can follow along on all of our adventures. We're going to be with Magical Meg, who's the official YouTuber of 407 and Beyond. And we're going to be with her all day, every day. So,
and maybe she can give us some tips on how to make videos.
Maybe we'll be able to record from the same room after we hang out with her for a little bit. We'll be like, hey, teach us your ways. Tell us what
Please
to
help.
do. Please help. It's fine. My only fear right now is that there's a little bit of a delay because I can hear you in the basement, and I'm hoping that the listeners can't hear it.
Fingers
We're about to find out how good these mics really are.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's get started with the official Spill the D Epcot snack draft.
Woo woo.
Anyone who has not been here for our snack drafts before, this is how it works. If one of us picks a snack, the other one cannot have it. We are both trying to name our top 5 snacks before the other person steals them.
Yes.
For Epcot, we did not include any kind of festival. Seasonal snacks, I think, are fine, but not festivals. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Because that's kind of what it was in the other park. Something that is there every season is fine. We're just no festivals.
Okay, that changes one of my things. Not drastically, but it does change it.
But that's it. I am 99% sure that the last park we did this with, you had first pick.
I did. I had the first and the third for our parks that we did. So you have second and fourth.
So I'm up.
You are up. You have first pick.
I don't know what to pick. I can't decide if I want to play offense or defense right now.
I wish. Is there a way you can edit in like the NFL draft sound right now? Because that'd be perfect.
Is it copyright? Just sing it.
I don't know.
Just sing it.
I don't know exactly. It's like do, and then he like comes out and he's like, With the first pick in the Epcot food snack draft, Gina Reed selects.
The Oh, now here's the issue. I don't know how to say it. Roulette lard and fromage.
What is that?
That is the bacon and cheese roll from France.
Ah, no.
Was it on your list?
It was.
Ha ha ha! You didn't have the official name?
No, I couldn't remember what it was.
So the
I just had
the
cheese and bacon. I just had cheese and bacon bread from France.
you didn't want to try and say that word. There's a few things on my list that are written in whatever like language they're from, and I am going to totally butcher them. Also, the way that I just said that really, really worries me for when we go on our honeymoon and we go to France.
Yes, we will be very noticeably American.
As if we wouldn't already.
So, explain a little bit more in detail for the people that might not know what that is.
Yes, so this is located at La Halle, which is the bakery in France. The bakery is like all the way in the back of the pavilion. So if you go into the pavilion and you go to the left, you'll find the bakery. If you go to the right, you'll find where Remy is in the ratatouille section. You need to go to the left. And this is a delicious, I want to say it's kind of like a croissant, I guess. Like, would you call it a croissant?
I don't know because it almost is more of like a breakfast pizza like texture. Like the bread is almost like a crust more than a croissant. I feel like.
Like it's a pastry.
Yeah, but it's like a little denser, I think, than like a croissant. Like croissants are a little more airy. I feel like this is a little denser.
And funny enough, I can't even find it on their menu to like read their description for it. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I can't even find it on the menu to read their description. So, it's bread.
Yeah.
It's delicious bread. And it is like baked with bacon bits and cheese. And then you order it and they heat it up fresh for you.
Yeah.
And you really like pull this bread apart and the cheese just oozes, but not enough that it's messy, just enough that it like gives it like a gentle cheese pool and it just
Yeah.
warms your heart. It's so good.
No, it is. It's really good. Everything in that bakery, I think, is delicious. I think that was the only thing from that bakery that I had on my initial list, but everything from there is delicious.
Yeah, I believe it's the only thing that I have too. I won't say anything else. I'll write down the other things that I know that I like for honorable mention
Okay, I'll
because
do that
I
as well.
don't, I kind of want to save them in case you end up taking my other stuff.
That's fair.
Here we go. Okay, so this one is now saying that it's called the Pain lard fromage, not the Raoul lard fromage. I am
Okay.
so sorry if anyone speaks French or is French who's like just like totally mortified by me right now.
Just
I'm so
yelling
sorry.
at at their phone or whatever.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, but it's 8.25 according to this, and it literally is just listed as bacon and cheese roll.
It's
So
delicious.
it's so good. It is so good. If you have not had it, I absolutely recommend. It's a great breakfast. It's a great lunch. I get that and a mimosa, and I am set in the morning. There is no better way to start an Epcot day.
It's a good start.
All right. What is your pick?
I'm excited about this one because either you forgot about it or you were hoping that you would be able to get it by playing defense. My first pick
Ice
of the
cream.
Epcot snack draft is the loaded burnt end fries from the
Oh,
America
not what
Pavilion.
I thought you were going to say. Did you hear my prediction?
The martini?
Yeah, I whispered it because I was like, let me just
Yeah,
see.
no, I heard
The loaded burnt and oh, baby, that's a good pick.
it. From the Regal Eagle in the America Pavilion. Could be debated whether it's a snack or not. I think it's considered a snack because it's just loaded fries with onion rings. That to me is not a meal.
I think
Um,
any kind of French fry is a snack. If
I
it's a
agree.
loaded fry of any kind, that is a snack food. It might be a shareable snack food, but it's a snack food.
Yeah, I agree. So basically, this is just what it sounds like. It's French fries with burnt ends, and they also put like a few onion rings on it as well, and they're just loaded fries. So they got cheese and everything on them. They are fantastic. And I'm very happy that this is my first pick because I feel like I still got a good first pick even though I went second.
I would say that you did. Did you know that they have mac and cheese on them?
Yeah, they're so
I was
good.
looking at the price and I saw the full description and I
It's
forgot it
like
had mac
$12,
and
right?
cheese.
It's not
It's 12.99, and that's why I'm like it's a really good
that's
shareable
not
snack.
bad. It's not bad at
Like
all.
that would be expensive if you're thinking of it as a snack for one person, but like not
Yeah.
that's a two-person minimum snack.
Yeah.
Because I think if you eat it by yourself, it is your meal.
Depends who you are, but yeah.
But that's well, no, it is a meal, and then it's a matter of how many meals you're about to eat in one sitting. But it's still a meal.
I think I would consider it a snack.
It's a snack. I'm gonna count it.
Okay. Wonderful.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I already kind of snuck my number two in there. The ice cream martini.
I did have that on there as well.
Wahahaha.
I'm not too upset about missing out on it though.
I had this feeling it was gonna be on yours as like a last ditch effort, like a Hail
If it
Mary.
was
I
still
enjoy this, but I don't love it. But it can
if
be
it
on
was
my
still there at
list.
5, I was going to pick it.
Okay. So this is another one that's in the France Pavilion. So naturally, I cannot pronounce it. It is at
You got this.
Larson de Glaces. Glaces? I know that's what it's called. I'm just like, no, that is the name of the ice cream. That's the name of the ice cream place. So it just all blends together. So the description I gave of how to find the bakery: you go into France, you pass the fountain, you go left.
hmm
Before you get to the bakery, the ice cream is there. If you hit the store, you hit the bakery, you went too far. The ice cream's on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. Ice cream and sherbet, sorbet, or whatever it's called. I'm not fancy enough for all of this, clearly. It's an ice cream martini. I don't really know what else to say. So it is scoops of this delicious ice cream. You get to pick which ice cream you want. I don't think it's labeled as gelato, but it definitely has more of the gelato texture. It's a creamier ice cream.
Yeah, it does. And I know one time we got it, I got vanilla and one of the options that they had instead of the regular what's in a martini? Vodka?
Vodka.
Was a whipped cream vodka that you could get in it. And that was really good.
Yeah, you can get the whipped cream vodka or you can get rum.
Oh, I got the rum. That's what I got.
I got the whipped cream vodka.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is delicious. I got chocolate ice cream with the whipped cream vodka. So good. My only recommendation for the martini: I made the mistake. I got excited about the ice cream. So they literally take the ice cream, you get a few scoops, they stick it right in the martini glass, and then they pour the alcohol over it. I was so
Yes.
excited about the ice cream that I went for it and then went to sip the alcohol, forgetting that it is just straight vodka poured on
Yep.
this ice cream. When I did it the next time, I mixed it from the beginning while it was still nice and cold,
hmm
because the alcohol melts it really quick too. So I
Yeah.
mixed it while it was still nice and cold, and then I drank it just right from there. And I drank it kind of like a chocolate milkshake, and it
Yeah.
still had like a little bit of the ice cream texture and chunk to it. So it wasn't just chocolate ice cream and then a straight shot of vodka.
Yeah, that's a good pro tip because we definitely messed that up the first time, just eating the ice cream and then going
It
for
was
the
so
alcohol afterwards.
the ice cream was so good. Like, how could you not
Yeah.
eat it? And then I was like, oh, this is why everyone else was mixing it. I've learned.
It's even tough like cuz I remember when I tried it the first time, I tried to like scoop a little bit of ice cream and still get some of the rum in it and it still didn't even make a dent in how much rum there was in there. So I literally just had rum left over.
At the end of the day, it's still straight liquor
Yeah.
poured on chocolate ice cream, poured on vanilla ice cream. Like it's not a mixed drink. They just pour it right
No.
on top. So
Yeah.
first of all, it's a great deal.
Mhm.
Like the price for it is not bad, and considering the fact that you are getting straight liquor.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better drinks in my opinion around the World Showcase.
I agree. And it's like a drink and a snack. That's why I felt like it
Yeah,
counted because I was like, ooh, we're not doing
yeah. I mean,
drinks.
I had it on mine. I think it counts because of the ice cream.
It's ice cream. Because if we were doing the festivals, I would have said pickle milkshake, and that's ice cream.
That would have been so far down on my list.
No, yeah, it's not
Um,
that good. My expectations were high, and it did not meet them.
fair, fair. It wasn't that great.
Mm. All right, you're up.
I feel
I'm
like,
giggling already.
yeah, because the problem is I love the festival food. So like I do get the variation of types of food that I eat while I'm in Epcot. It's just usually there's a festival. So I get like specific things that are just happening at the festival, and everything that's not normally at the festival is just like traditionally American food basically.
Tell me you're picking everything from Regal Eagle.
I'm not actually. The my next pick is, and now that I found out that seasonal is okay as long as it's there every year,
No, you can't pick this. You're totally about to pick the
I'm
one I'm picking. Go.
I'm gonna pick the poutine at Thanksgiving.
Oh, we're good. Okay.
The one that they have at Thanksgiving where it has the cranberry sauce and stuff on it
Hmm.
and the gravy. It's so good. So for everybody that doesn't know, there's a poutine stand. Uh,
What
if
is
you're going,
poutine?
so poutine is French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. Amazing. And then, so if you're going into the World Showcase and you turn left to go to Canada like a normal person, there's a poutine stand before you go in. They have normal poutine, and then like around the holiday, they have a holiday poutine. So it has like turkey and cranberry sauce, and it still has the gravy and stuff on it, and it's really good.
I feel like for this answer, we should just say whatever the seasonal poutine is because they do the seasonal one that they switch out.
Yeah,
Because I was literally thinking, like, do I just say the seasonal poutine? It's always good. It's always
yeah,
so good.
yeah. Well, I wasn't really sure where exactly to go with it, but you said that seasonal counted, and then that one popped into my head, and I was like, we're gonna specify that one.
Were you just gonna say the regular poutine until I said that?
I was just gonna say poutine. Yeah, I totally forgot that they had the seasonal ones. Then you said seasonal, and I was like, oh wait, they have that one.
Yeah, the cranberry sauce on it. I don't really like cranberry sauce, so I was avoiding it. And then at the end, I got a bite with the cranberry sauce, and I was like, oh, I made a mistake.
Yeah, it's pretty good with the cranberry sauce. And if you're not in Epcot and you still want to try poutine because it sounds awesome, because it is, they do have a poutine spot at Disney Springs too, with multiple other options, so you can always try it there too. But the one in Epcot is pretty good.
I agree. It's really good. Sorry, I was looking something up because I had this feeling my next one isn't there anymore, and it's not there anymore. So now I'm panicking. Uh,
Oof.
oof. But yes, I completely agree. That's at the refreshment port, right at the front of the World Showcase. And again, another one that is just not too badly priced. Like it's really not that bad.
No, it's around like $10, I think, for the poutine.
I think so, because the most expensive thing at that kiosk is 15. Like that's
Yeah,
it's really not bad. So poutine, definitely recommend.
yeah, big fan.
Big fan, big fan.
Hmm.
I gotta think of a different one. So I was gonna go with the cronut, but they don't sell it anymore.
Oh, fair.
So okay, let's go with okay. This one kind of changes as well. The funnel cake in the America Pavilion.
Okay.
So this funnel cake is weirdly good because the one at Hollywood Studios I think is kind of garbagey.
It's not the best.
It can be good because I think we stuck it on our list or maybe gave it honorable mention when we did Hollywood Studios because we said we have gotten a good one.
Yeah, but more often than not, we've gotten bad ones.
We've also gotten bad ones, but this one I have never gotten a bad funnel cake in the America Pavilion. During festivals, even though I know we're not counting it, but during festivals they sometimes do the mini funnel cakes, which is like the perfect amount of funnel cake
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
the giant ones. And then they have all the toppings. They have the cookie pieces. They have the ice cream, the chocolate sauce. Like they have all of these options for it.
Yeah.
So the funnel cake in the America Pavilion, it's this tiny little stand off by itself, and it is delicious. And it smells so good.
Yeah, it smells really good when you walk past there. It's weird because it's like right after China, right?
Japan.
Japan. So you go from like the sushi smell to funnel cake. it's like a weird transition, but
Mhm. The hardest part for me is because USA is dead center. By the time I get there, I don't want funnel cake. I'm full, or I'm like wanting something savory because it's hot and I just did all this sweet food. Like funnel cake is
yeah,
not what I want. So times that I've gotten it have been like where I've made it a point to go get funnel cake, or I hadn't eaten
yeah,
anything else throughout the World Showcase, and then I got to the USA and I got the funnel cake because, or there was multiple people there who I knew would eat the funnel cake with me.
yeah. And I will say this: I'm not in any way justifying going to Mexico first because that's obviously the wrong way to do it. But if you go to Mexico first, there's less options. So if you did want to try the funnel cake, that would be a way to go to get there.
What do you
And
mean there's
maybe
less
like
options?
I think there's less good food options going Mexico to USA than Canada to USA. Like I think the food options going from Canada to USA are a million times better than the opposite direction.
I thought you were saying less countries, and I was like,
No, 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 no.
no.
No, because like think about like you might not get food in Canada. I personally, I would get the fish and chips at any time in Great Britain, and then you get to France, you get to Italy, Germany, like all these places that have pretty good food. Whereas if you go the other way, you have like Mexico. If you're into Chinese food, then China's there. But like, there's just like not as many basic good options. I feel like going that way.
Okay,
Maybe
I'm
a
just
hot
gonna
take.
say
Maybe
it.
a
The Chinese food in China is terrible. The quick service is okay. I've gotten like the egg rolls, I've gotten the pot stickers. Those are okay. I've done the sit down restaurant and I was so upset. It is not good. I don't know though. So we said on the podcast before, we live right near Philly. We are like immediately outside the city. And I know they always say big cities have better like Chinese food options and stuff like that. So
mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's what it is. Maybe what we have is not authentic and I don't like authentic. I don't know. But
Could
every
also be
time,
it.
yeah, like I like the food at the festivals. But when I actually did the sit down, I was disappointed. And when I did the
Fair.
quick service, I was like, but the egg roll was good.
That's fair.
But that's really it. But no, I get what you're saying. I don't know if I fully agree though, because Italy and Germany are both on that side and they both have good food.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I always get confused what's what
It's one of the
as far
things
as
I
the
pride
order
myself
goes.
on is I can name the countries in order.
Yeah, I can't. So
Can you do it? Can I hear you try?
I don't think I can.
Let's hear it. What side are we starting in?
Canada, Great Britain, France, uh, Morocco,
Yeah.
Japan, USA, uh, Italy,
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
See, this is where I lose it. What's after Germany? It's not Norway.
Mm-mm.
For some reason, I want to say like Africa or something, but that's not.
You're kind of right. You go through the refreshment
Is it
port.
Brazil? Is that what it is?
There is no Brazil.
I don't know.
Who are you?
I don't like by the time we get to this side, I'm usually zoned out and just ready for nachos. So
You also don't really like Epcot, so it doesn't really surprise me that you don't
yeah.
know.
What's after Germany?
China.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were that close to each other. I thought there
Well,
was
there's
one in
the
between.
refreshment port in between, and then it's China.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
And then what? You got, come on, you got more.
Well, it's China and then Norway and Mexico, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nailed it.
First try.
First try. So, okay, sorry. But yes, funnel cake in America. I checked the price. It is $15 at most if you're getting the full on cookies and cream funnel cake, which obviously do that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Best one, obviously.
Yeah.
But just the basic funnel cake is $10.
All right.
Which to me, $10 for a basic one feels like a lot, but 15 for a specialty one, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather do that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What's your next one?
Okay. might be controversial on whether it's a snack or not,
Oh,
but I'm gonna go with the crepes from France.
which one?
Am I not allowed to just pick the crepe area?
No, because I picked a specific one.
Well, that just seems like your problem. I don't know what to tell you.
Every other park, we went specific if there was multiple things.
Okay, I guess if I had to pick one, I would say the ham and cheese was the best.
Oh, you suck. That was the one I picked. Because it is. I think it's the best one. I thought that I would be a fan of the sweet ones, and I was definitely a bigger fan of the savory
For
ones.
some reason, it was just really good.
Ugh, you suck.
Well, you told me to be specific.
Yeah, well, how about you try and pronounce it? Or the name of the quick service where it's from.
I don't even know. La Crêperie de Paris. I think I
Okay,
nailed
that
it.
wasn't too bad. There is more though. It's crepe et importer. Importer.
I think I nailed it.
That's the walk-up window portion of it,
Gotcha.
where you get the same crepes
Yeah.
for cheaper.
Yeah.
It's all coming together now.
I think I nailed it. I don't know, but I don't know. That's just me.
Sure. Ham and cheese one is without a doubt the best one. I really,
Yes.
really thought the savory ones were going to be. I mean, I'm sorry. I really, really thought the sweet ones were going to be better, and I definitely liked the savory ones better.
Yeah, because the one with the salsa was my second favorite.
That was ratatouille.
Was it?
Yes, it's a ratatouille crepe.
Oh, I thought it was like salsa or something.
Unless it was a specialty one, I wasn't the one that ordered it. But when you look at the actual menu, there's only 3 options, and there's a brie one, a ham and cheese one, and a ratatouille one,
Huh. Interesting.
which would make sense.
Yeah. They were all really good. Any of the savory ones were really good.
I agree. The sweet ones are good. They're just not great.
Yeah,
The
the sweet
savory
ones
are great.
the sweet ones I felt like was just like, oh, I'm eating a thin pancake. The savory one was like, oh, this is something different.
That's fair. I'll back you up on that. I really will. I really enjoy it.
So, yeah, that's number 3 for me.
All right. Well, this sucks.
I think my top 3 so far is really good.
All right. I have to decide between 2 right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the maple popcorn.
Okay.
Every part of me misses the buffalo popcorn.
That was my first thought when we decided that we were doing this was the flavored popcorn. I was like, they don't have that anymore.
They don't have it anymore. So for anyone who doesn't know, Epcot used to have this popcorn stand where you can get buffalo popcorn, sour cream and chive, and cheddar.
Yeah.
And they would mix all 3 of them together for you if you wanted, and you could refill it at your at the popcorn bucket. I'm sorry, you could refill
Yeah.
it with a popcorn bucket. So if you had a popcorn bucket, it was like $2 for this beautiful snack that was so good, and it was so good mixed together. And they eventually took it and moved it from one side of the park to the other, and then they just got rid of it altogether. And it was so good, but they do still have the maple popcorn in Canada.
Mm.
And that one is also delicious. I was torn between that and the Werther's original popcorn that you get at Caramel Cucci in Germany. Because that they like literally toss it fresh and you get like a hot bag of popcorn. But I think that the maple popcorn is more of a cult classic and needs to be named just for the sake of us not losing all of our listeners right now by not naming it in the episode. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm not the huge, like everybody knows this by now. I'm not big on sweets, especially when it comes to popcorn. Like the closest I'll get to sweet as far as my popcorn is concerned is kettle corn.
I love kettle corn.
But like the maple and stuff like that, like that's just a little bit too much for me. Like because if I'm having popcorn, it's because it's salty and I want something salty, you know?
Yeah, but that salty and sweet is so nice when you get like a nice salty buttery popcorn smothered in chocolate.
I don't know.
Just making my own popcorn now in my head. I'm not even talking about Epcot anymore. One spot where the maple popcorn has the advantage over the Werther's original popcorn, the maple popcorn can go in a popcorn bucket.
Okay.
And the Werther's Original is its own little bag that you have to buy.
Gotcha.
So that part's not the same. And like the popcorn bucket, obviously you can get like the refill.
Yeah,
It's
it's a lot of maple popcorn.
it is well depending on your bucket. Some of those buckets are weirdly small.
Yeah.
And also, I'm convinced they're making them cheaper. Like Tom and Ann should two different popcorn buckets break on the trip. And like, yes,
Yeah.
their kids had them, but they weren't that rough with them. They shouldn't have broke.
Yeah, not that as quickly and easily as they did.
No, like the back just popped off of Pumbaa,
Yeah.
and the wheel popped off of the Cinderella carriage. Like they shouldn't have broke. So if
The Cinderella carriage one, I'll give them a pass on that. That's a bad design in the first place.
it is like yes, they should have known when they bought it that they had kids and that wheel was gonna be getting popped off.
Like
But at
those
the same
the
time,
wheels
just
and the undercarriage of that thing was so thin. Like I don't even know why Disney was like, this is a good idea for a popcorn bucket.
because they knew people would buy it. Because realistically, yes, it is a good idea for a popcorn bucket if they would have put more
It's
money into it.
Well, it's a good idea if you're a popcorn bucket collector, which I know exists, and you're planning on getting it and just putting it on a shelf. But if you're planning on actually using it, it's not functional at all.
No, honestly, one tip that I have for people going to Disney, if they are big popcorn eaters, if they have big families and want popcorn for an easy snack, I just think you should buy the basic bucket.
It's perfectly fine.
Because those fancy ones, when you get home, useless. I have a alien one, and those are probably of all of the crazy popcorn buckets they make, those are one of the best because the way that the mouth opens, you have almost a full bucket and it's still easy to reach into. But even my
Yeah,
first one of that broke. Like those
yeah,
fancy ones, they make them cheap. The buckets that they make are good quality buckets
yeah,
that they'll refill forever. They say the length of your trip, but they refill them forever. You can bring them back every trip, and no matter what bucket it is, they refill it.
yeah. Exactly.
So I think get the regular bucket if you're buying a popcorn bucket. Borrow one from a friend. If you have someone who just went to Disney, ask them if you could borrow their popcorn bucket and then pack it. The
True.
only reason Tom and Ann had to buy one is because I forgot to pack ours.
Yeah,
Like that popcorn bucket has gone to multiple family vacations with my cousins. Like where I'm like, here,
hmm
take the bucket and go.
yeah. The popcorn is a great snack because you can refill it.
Oh yeah, that's like the classic snack, which we will do that draft. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But as far as the maple popcorn goes, just get the regular bucket and refill it. I think, just to give people an idea, the popcorn bucket, the souvenir bucket is, I think it's up to like $13, and then
hmm
a refill is like $2.50.
Yeah,
But if you just bought a thing of popcorn, it's like $6. So what, 3 popcorns and you got your money's worth?
yeah.
Like 1 original purchase, 2
Something like
refills?
that. Yeah,
Yeah, and it has the regular bucket, and I guess the fancy ones too. They have a lid, so if you get the popcorn, you can bring it on a ride because you put the lid on it and you're good to go. So,
yeah. As long as you don't spill it.
been there, done that. They are very nice to you if you do. I spilled
It
mine
was so
completely
funny.
out on Space Mountain.
It was so funny.
The bucket, like, I had it at my feet and my foot moved and it just knocked it over and the lid popped off and there's popcorn everywhere and I was trying to clean it up. I was like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, ma'am, just go. We
They were
got
like,
it.
just get out. They were like, just get out of here.
They were like, you're making it worse. Leave.
They're like, we're literally just gonna take the car off the track for a minute and take the popcorn out. It's not that deep.
We're literally just going to hit it with a vacuum. No one's going to know. All right, do you have your next one?
Number 4. I'm excited about this one because I just found out about it this past trip with your family, and it was really good, even though it's super basic. It's in Connections Cafe.
I
It's
didn't know. Okay.
I think it's at Starbucks. It's the hand rolled cake.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Whoa, I'm so mad at myself.
Yeah.
Someone stole it off the stroller.
Yeah, they did.
My brother bought it and we all took a bite of it and then he was walking and doing something and he left the stroller and someone took it. Of all the stuff to steal. Like I'm pretty sure there was a
Yeah.
wallet on the stroller and they took our cake.
Yeah. So basically, if you go to the Connections Cafe and the Starbucks that's in there, they might have it other places. I'm not sure, but I know they have it there for sure. It's basically just they take a huge, like, long piece of cake and then they just roll it up. They have other stuff like it, like that I've seen before, but something about this one was just really good.
It's really strange because you look at it and it looks like they should be crispy. Like it almost looks like a wafer, how thin they
Yeah,
do this cake. Like those wafers are like the wafer cookie dipped in chocolate and you bite
yeah,
into it, kind of like a Kit Kat wafer, I guess.
yeah.
But thicker because it's an entire cake. And then you bite it and it's this like soft and delicious chewy cake. Oh, it's so nice.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's
I'm
at
really
Starbucks.
I'm really glad you forgot about that one because I was excited about that one.
I'm really upset I forgot about that one. You can even watch them do it. They have it in a big
Yeah.
window and you can watch them rolling it.
If you had remembered that one, would it have been above your last pick, the popcorn?
I'm gonna go with no
Okay.
because I've only gotten 2 bites of that one before someone stole it. So,
Fair. I was just curious.
like, I've had significantly more popcorn. Maybe if I had it more than one time. It's because it's still relatively new.
I'm definitely getting it when we go back.
It's gonna be the first thing you get when you go into Epcot.
Probably.
When's the next time you're going into Epcot? You hate it there.
I don't know.
The next time they open a ride.
Yeah, probably.
It's called a Baumkuchen, and it means tree cake. It's 15 layers of delicious cake.
It looks like a tree stump.
It does look like a tree stump. The description of it's really good. I'm trying to find the price of it because Tommy bought it. So, but it can't be that bad because he's kind of cheap.
I want to say it was like 7 or something. For some reason, I want to say it was like 7.
Probably, and it's a pretty decent slice of cake. It's $5.99.
Okay.
But it's a pretty decent slice of cake, and it's rolled around this picture like a giant rolling pin, and it's
Yeah.
rolled around that, so the cake is kind of curved in the box.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's so good.
Yeah.
Good call on that one. I'll give you that one.
Thanks.
I feel like your list beat my list.
I think I'm winning right now.
Mine's a lot of sweets. I'm gonna win for the people who like sweets.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Are you ready for my last one? Is it my last one
Yeah.
already?
Yeah, it is. I'm curious to see where we're going with it.
We're going back to America.
You told me not to pick everything from America.
I only picked 2 things. I just mean back because you were there so often.
I only went there once.
Oh, I was in France. Wait, where did I go? I went to France.
You were in America more than me.
I went to France. I went to Canada. I went to America. And then I'm going back to America. What was my other thing?
uh,
I got 2 things in France. I did France, America, America, Canada.
yeah.
Wow, I was real broad with this one. Okay, but I wanted the cronut. Talked about the popcorn in Germany. I had some other ones, just not.
Mhm.
If this was a festival episode, would have been all over. America would have been my.
It would have been so much harder to pick stuff if we did festival food.
I would have been like, name your top 20 of all of the festivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, festivals definitely would have been really hard. Okay, so I'm actually going to be going over to Regal Eagle Smokehouse.
Okay.
So we're headed back that way. And I'm getting a dessert there.
Interesting.
I'm getting the s'mores brownie.
All right.
What?
It's just a brownie, if you ask me.
Oh my gosh, you're so wrong. You are so wrong. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. If there's a festival going on, I'm not getting this brownie. There's a reason it's number 5 on my list. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
But we're there on the random 3 days of a year that there's not an Epcot festival for this episode. So, I'm getting a s'mores brownie. If you are in the American Pavilion at Regal Eagle, consider this for your dessert. Regal Eagle is the quick service, but when they do the shows, like the Eat to the Beat concert series and stuff, Regal Eagle is usually included for the dining package. So,
Gotcha.
So, get this brownie. It is a ooey gooey chocolate brownie that is absolutely delicious, and it's topped with a toasted marshmallow.
It is a good brownie. In the end, it's a brownie.
No, because it's basically the one that we were talking about with Bruce like 2 weeks ago that we were like drooling over. And by we, I mean me. So here I am drooling again. It's so good, and it's big, and it's only like what is it in a normal Disney pricing? It's $5.29. One of those weird. They always have
Random
like
numbers.
it's always like 29 or 79. If anyone knows the science behind that, I'd love to know it. I know nothing about
Yeah, I
money.
would love to.
The only thing I know about money in Disney is how much I spend.
Is that it doesn't exist.
Is that it's all just the what am I what's the word I'm looking for?
An enigma?
Sure.
The machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Yeah, it's not real. Money is not real in Disney. It doesn't matter.
Fake.
Which I know is not true, but it's fine. Maybe it's $4.99. I don't know. Either way, it's a toasted marshmallow on top of this big, gooey, delicious brownie. It's so good with a piece of
It's
chocolate thrown on top.
I'll
Oh,
give it to you. If you need a little sweet and nothing like crazy, like you don't want a full ice cream martini, it's a good pick.
thank you. I agree.
Wasn't on my list, but it's an okay pick. I'll still take the rolled cake before I would take that.
Yeah, I would take the brownie before the cake, but the cake's also not chocolate, and I like chocolate better than
I thought
anything else.
the cake was chocolate.
It wasn't like a rich chocolate.
No, it was chocolate though.
Like it had like a chocolatey taste to it, but it wasn't like a gooey chocolate cake,
Well, yeah, it
which
wasn't
partially
like a
comes
lava
from the fact
cake.
that it was 15 layers. So, yes, I guess that's my last one.
All right, not a bad list.
It's like I don't love my list. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I also when it comes to food in Epcot that's not a festival, I don't love a lot of it.
Yeah, there's very limited selection of good things. I feel like
Mhm. So let's hear your number five. Tell me that you want the Epcot nachos already.
you don't. Okay, I need you to just not act like you know me for a second.
First of all, you don't know me. Second of all, you don't know me. What's that
um,
from?
I don't know. But yeah, my last pick is the nachos from Mexico. They had to be on the list. I was pushing them off because I knew you were going to pick them, so I figured I could still get them at five. But yeah, I love a good bit of nachos, and the ones in Mexico are so good. They have just every kind of topping you need. That for some reason the jalapenos just hit different in the Mexico Pavilion. I don't know why,
I think it's
but
the
they do.
queso.
The what?
The queso. They have a really good queso.
They do. I don't know why, but their jalapenos, I just love them.
I mean, there's certain places around here that I love their jalapenos, but I don't like them other places, so I get that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're pickled. I like pickled jalapenos better than regular jalapenos.
They're pretty hot though. I don't know. I don't know if they are pickled. Usually when jalapenos are pickled, they're a little less hot.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hmm. I don't know. But yeah, that's my number five. Um, Fries and chips. I'll take it.
Yeah, your list I think beat mine.
I had some good stuff.
You did. You had a lot more
I think
savor. I
start.
definitely had more sweet.
I think starting off with the burnt ends loaded fries was a really solid start.
It was definitely a strong start. It definitely was.
Pretty
I
easy to
don't
build
know.
off
My
of.
ice cream martini might make my list better than yours. And the ham and cheese,
They get the.
and the bacon and cheese roll.
I was gonna say
Ooh.
I had the ham and cheese. Thank you very much.
No, I had bacon and cheese. My list started pretty strong. I don't know.
I think it depends who you ask. Like you said, I think if you're asking a savory fan, I think mine definitely wins. I think if you're asking a sweet fan, yours is gonna win.
Hmm. That's usually how our lists go.
Yeah.
All right, honorable mentions. Do you have any? Anything that didn't get named?
Yeah, the apple fritter from the France bakery.
Ooh, that was good.
It was really good. That and then I always enjoy pot stickers. They couldn't make my top five because it's just pot stickers, but I love pot stickers. So
Yeah, China pot stickers are good. They usually are at the festival too, which is nice because you can get a quick grab and go
yeah,
rather than having to wait in the quick service line. So that's always nice too.
yeah, it's definitely not like a top five, not even top 10, but it's one of those things where it's like I just like pot stickers. So if I feel like I need something, it's a good thing to go grab.
So mine, I have the chocolate mousse from the France bakery. People love it.
Okay.
I think it's good. so it was on there as like a just in case, as well as the
Uh-huh.
macaroons from there. Just tried them for the first time this trip, and they were good. And the ham and cheese sandwich, also from there. The France Bakery. I mean, come on.
I was gonna say, if there's any takeaway from this episode, is go to France
It's go to
because
France and eat. Go to the France Bakery. Go to the France booth if there's a festival. Go to France.
go get crepes.
And then I have two things I need to talk about that I personally don't like, but people love. So I feel like they need to be mentioned. One,
Okay.
one of them. Let's start with the one that I don't like, and I will fight that it's not good. The Bavarian pretzel from Germany,
Not good.
which I actually, when we last minute decided to make this the episode, I put on Instagram like, "What's the best snack?" And someone did say that, and I don't like it. I've had it a few times. I've actually had it 3 times now. I just don't find it to be a good pretzel. I think
Yeah.
it is cool, but like, come on, quality over quantity, guys. Let's go. It's not great. It's a dry pretzel. I feel like I have to repeat that we are from the Philly area, and Philly pretzels are like famous, but
Yeah.
so are Germany pretzels. So like, I'd like to. I'm just gonna have to take a trip to real Germany and find out how their pretzels are, because Epcot Germany pretzels do not do it for me. They always look
Yeah.
so good, and I don't like them.
I agree.
I wish I liked them, because sometimes you just want the carbs, but they're dry. Every time I've had it, it's
They
dry.
are,
If
yeah.
anyone has had a different experience, please tell me. But I'm telling you, 3 different times I have had this pretzel. Every time it's been dry.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan.
I was just talking to someone the other day, and the one time that I had it, they actually just handed it to me for free. We were watching the fireworks, and they were closing the stand, and they were like, "Here, take a pretzel," and like they had to get rid of them. And that
Yeah.
was the most I ever enjoyed it, because I didn't have to pay for it. But I still was like, I just wanted to like dip it in mustard or cheese or something, because it was like drying out my mouth.
Yeah.
It's just not it. I don't know. Okay, and then the other thing, this was also sent in by listeners, and I understand why people love it. I just don't like it, because it is coconut, and I don't eat coconut. In the Norway Pavilion, they have something called school bread. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a pastry, and it's topped with coconut. It's described as a sweet roll filled with vanilla custard and topped with toasted coconut flakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the hype. I do. I just don't like coconut. But I think that if you like coconut and you're listening to this episode trying to decide what you want to eat, keep that one in mind.
Yeah. Yeah, those are two that I definitely hear about frequently, but again, just not our favorites.
No, don't like the pretzel. Don't like the school bread, but the school bread's literally just because the coconut.
Yeah.
That one, and then another one that didn't make my list only because I stuck the ice cream martini on there, is the ice cream sandwich that they make with the brioche bread.
I don't remember that one.
It's in the same bakery. I don't think you were there when I've had it. I had it while I was living down there. When I
Gotcha.
had it, it was good, and there was enough ice cream on it. But I know we told my aunt to get it, and she got it, and it didn't have a nice ice cream on it, and she said she was just eating like wet bread. So
Gotcha.
I heard mixed reviews on the quality of it, but when I had it, it was great. It's like a nice squishy brioche roll that they squish down with the ice cream in the middle of it. So good.
Gotcha.
Literal ice cream sandwich.
Not those crappy ones.
Not those crappy ones. No, you're wrong. What? No.
Ha!
There is no such thing as a crappy ice cream sandwich.
You just said there was.
I know, I was just kind of agreeing, and then I was like, wait, no, you're so wrong. But that's it. That's all we have. I keep forgetting we're on video, and I keep sticking my arms all weird like this.
I know, I don't really know what to do with my arms. They're just like at my side the whole time.
I, since going to video, have realized how much I talk with my hands.
Fair.
I knew
You are
it
Italian.
anyway. Like, I knew that I talk with my hands, but I'm, like, really seeing it now. I'm, like,
Uh-huh.
even right now, I'm, like, very, very hyper aware. I feel like my nails have to be painted every episode because my hands are flying around. That's why before we started, I was like, oh, my ring's not on. Because I was like, oh, people can literally see if I'm not wearing my engagement ring. But that's all we got. That's it. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're going to Epcot and you're trying to hear some snacks, I hope we helped you out. If you have questions about where things are, questions about prices, anything that we kind of remembered the price of off the top of our domes, we said to
Yeah.
you. Some of them we found mixed prices online of what they were, so we didn't say them. So if you have questions, message us. We can try and help you out. Send us an email, spillitypod@gmail.com. You could contact us on social media. We are at Spillity Podcast. If you didn't watch this episode on the YouTube, like how we talked about in the beginning, and you want to watch it on YouTube or you want to watch the next one on YouTube, we are on YouTube now. We're part of the 407 and Beyond YouTube channel. So go ahead on there to check that out.
You just sounded so old.
Why?
You said if you aren't watching this on the YouTube.
Did I say the YouTube? Are you not on the YouTube? Whatever.
Go watch us on the YouTube.
Watch us on the YouTube. It's fine. I am old. I can accept it. These kids and their social media, that clock app, I don't know.
And their Tweeterverse.
Their Tweeterverse, just out there twitting away. But that's it. That's all we got. So thank you guys so much for listening or watching us on the YouTube. And until next week, we will
See you at the castle.